Episode of Cosmic Friday. Today we'll be picking up where we left from last Friday about the big deceiver, which is the mind. And today we'll be giving you some tools, how to grasp hold of that mind. And if you remember, we talked about, to control the mind, we have to first, increase our willpower, which will bring, awareness, and which brings concentration to the particular category or particular aspect of our life. And that concentration, when we put all that energy into that creates the action and of course the result. So I wanted to get now, how do we create this willpower? All of us, we all feel that, or we all, do have some willpower. I know I have a lot of willpower in certain things or certain aspects of my life, but there are some other places where it's lacking. And, like in health, I do have a great amount of willpower where I can avoid what I, shouldn't be eating, what I shouldn't be doing, my activities, the time I go to sleep, and, certain things like that. But I'm always fighting the willpower in other things of my life. It could be business, your career, your relationships. So I wanted to take a look, and that's why I dove into this a few years back, and I tried to understand, what is it that I'm not doing right, and how do I control those, moments when the mind just gets carried away and it takes control. I mean, of course, it took a lot of years, and it's taking still a lot of time and effort because we forget, we get busy, and we move on and do, our daily things. So how do we really manage willpower? And this, I was reading with and doing, I did some lectures and attended some courses where they taught us how to attain the willpower in every aspect of your life. So in the beginning, what we would do is, or what I would like you to do is, think about, willpower as an inspiration. So you want to be inspired so you can put that energy in that particular aspect of your life. So creating just small tasks, or at least finishing what we start in our daily life. So I have this habit, I don't know about you, but I have this habit of getting into many projects and I do not finish, what I started, which could be some things in the house, which could be some things in my career, or it could be some things investing money, or other things like that. But with health, I am very focused and willpowered, where I can, or I start something and I finish, technically not all the way, but yes, I am kind of covered with that. So, and how do we bring that willpower stronger? Because once we make that stronger, our awareness becomes stronger. Once our awareness becomes stronger, we can concentrate on that part of our life and make it better, and thus create the results that we need, or create the life that we need. Because to be happy, basically, we need to create the lifestyle. It's not only about being positive and stuff. We need to create the lifestyle which will make us happy. And happiness is, of course, is a perception too, but you want to make sure your surroundings are what you want, and thus, you will be happy, which includes relationships, money, your health, everything. So what I learned is to start and finish what you start. Basically, when we sleep at night, we brush our teeth, we change our clothes, and we get into bed. But how do we finish that sleep? Well, the sleep should be finished with making your bed. Simple thing is every time you wake up, you make your bed. And I learned that with my dad, kind of stressing it. Of course, I did it or didn't do it in the middle. But lately, of course, that's the ritual. You want to make your bed as soon as you get off the bed. And I hope I didn't know all this, 10 years ago. I wish I did, because I didn't teach my kids. And now I'm having a tough time, and my wife is also having a tough time. We are having a tough time with the kids to making sure they do their chores as such. But this is a good way to teach them, which I learned myself, is to tell them that they are going to do these rituals or these tasks, what they start, and finish them to help them in their willpower, which will bring their confidence in daily life, in their school, in their social activities and things like that, in their health. So, finishing the bed, or there's other small things in a day you could see as when you eat your breakfast, you had your cup of tea or your coffee, and you make sure you wash your dishes and you put them away. So that's finishing the task you started. Or you started cooking a dish, you put all these ingredients out, you make sure you cook it, you put it in the pot, and you clean the place. Basically, you finish what you started. So that is a great tool that you can practice on a daily basis on these small, simple tasks that whatever I start in the day, I am going to finish. And I've kind of started that where whatever project I get into in the day, I'm going to finish. If I have to make a call to someone, I'm going to finish. My wife is very much great at this. And this is where she gets very anxious, where she doesn't see other people not doing it because she is an expert. So I am trying to learn. I just want her to know this too. But it takes time. It takes a lot of effort and it takes time. With health, you could do that with health, where you get into a detox or a diet plan or a exercise regimen. Once you start, you get in the middle of it and you want to just give up. So we should finish what we start. And once you do that, that not only brings the willpower, it brings confidence. Confidence where I focused on one thing and I made sure I finished it. And while you're focusing on that one thing, basically you're meditating. Basically, you are putting your mind and your mindfulness or your awareness to that one particular task. Maybe watching TV, maybe taking a shower, maybe eating. You're making sure you take your time and you put your focus in that particular task and you finish it. And you feel confident where, I did something. So small tasks lead to big tasks. And that's where personally I have not reached where I can, start a project and then finish in a bigger sense as such. So I'm training myself, and that's why I wanted to, share my experiences and hope you guys can get a gist of it too. And, once we define this, we do everything as a ritual, where what time we eat, what time we sleep, what time we go to the bathroom, what time we take a shower. The body gets used to this also. The body knows that when you sit on that table at that particular time, it's time to eat. So it's bringing all those juices. So it's going to make you digest your food properly. When you go to the bathroom at this particular time every morning, it knows that this is the time to get rid of things, and it starts pushing, it starts making those muscles work where you don't have to work much harder. And in Ayurveda, this is exactly what it says, where everything should be done in a ritual. I'm sure our grandparents mentioned this to us. Your parents had mentioned this too, and we always just take it for granted. This is just another thing that they're trying to be strict or they're trying to control. But it makes total sense, where these small rituals that we start and finish on a daily basis creates and helps us start and finish the bigger projects in our life, which could be a new business, which could be your health, or getting into a new program, or putting your kids into a new thing, a new study, a new college or new school. So it's very important to understand this first level, to control that mind, because the mind is going to waver off. It's going to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of this. And that's what brings the willpower, where no, I need to finish this, and you control the mind. I need to take care of this. And so I'm going to do a little homework. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of homework. So by next week, when we go on the next chapter of the mind and the deceiver, is how to create awareness and mindfulness in every aspect of our life. And I want to see in your comments, or please give me your comments on how did this whole week or this coming week, how did you practice that willpower? I hope you like a little snippet of this mind deceiving. This is Cosmic Mike signing off, and next week we'll be on again on Vedic Monday. Have a great weekend and see you next week.